RFA e depois a comemoração que eu não entendi muito bem.
Este é o guerreiro Jean Lorde Assassino Silva!
Gene Silva is the biggest dark horse in the UFC, and he's obviously the biggest dark horse in the featherweight division to be the champion. This guy is a monster. Like, let's just say that. This guy's an absolute freaking monster. What he's done in his last 4 fights in the UFC is freaking insane. I mean, let's look at it. His last fight, well, we'll start with his first fight, actually. His first fight was against some guy, who's this Wilson guy? I don't know who Wilson is, but, you know, he knocked him out in a round, just like that. Just dusted him in a round. You know, too easy, right? Second fight was against Charles Jourdain, right? Some people even pick Charles Jourdain. You know, I like Charles Jourdain. You know, I'm a fan of Jourdain. So, but he dusted Jourdain in 2 rounds. 2 rounds. No one's ever knocked out Charles Jourdain. And now Charles Jourdain is coming off of a win at, I believe he's at bantamweight now. Drew Dober, a lightweight. So he made 1 month. He made a 1 month turnaround, right? Because Drew Dober's opponent pulled out. I believe this was UFC Denver, and his opponent pulled out, and so they did Gene Silva versus Drew Dober, and he absolutely freaking destroys Drew Dober for 3 rounds to the point where the doctor had to step in and say, "Sorry, Drew Dober, you're getting your ass beat way too much." And then obviously his last win was against something Bogdasarian. What the fuck is that? Something Bogdasarian. Who knows who that is? Yeah, nobody cares about that guy. We can even have a look at his stats. He has 80% finish rate. So 80% KO/TKOs. He has 7% decisions, so 1 decision, and he has 2 submissions. He has a 75% significant strike rate to the head. And then obviously 24% to the body, 52, and then the legs. He doesn't throw a lot of leg kicks, I guess. He lands 81% of significant strikes standing, 14% in the clinch, 5% on the ground. Because he's not a Dagestani. He don't go to the ground. I'm kidding, guys. All the Dagestani fans, don't come in my comments, please. He has an 8-minute fight time with 80% takedown defense, 59% significant strike defense, with a 1.45 knockdown average. I mean, look at these stats. So I have to keep going. 50% takedown accuracy, even though he doesn't even he doesn't even go for takedowns. He has 54% striking accuracy. So look, he's missed like half of his strikes, but he throws. He throws, guys. He throws. 9 first-round finishes, 2 by submission, 12 by knockout. This guy's fucking monster. This guy's a monster, bro. This guy's a monster. His stats are beautiful, man. These are obviously in and outside of the UFC. Insane stats. I mean, this guy could be a champion. I want to actually show you guys one by one how I think he goes against the featherweight division. And here you have the rest of the featherweight division. I mean, number 15, Dan Ige. He dusts Dan Ige in a round. Okay. No, he does beat Dan Ige, guys. If you're telling me, if you don't think Gene Silva beats Dan Ige, bro, get off my channel. Calvin Kattar, he beats Calvin Kattar. If Yusuf Zalal can fucking beat him. Bryce Mitchell, his most likely next opponent, he could beat Bryce Mitchell. That's easy work, baby. Yusuf Zalal, he's a bum. He just runs away. Gene Silva will knock him out. Giga Chikadze, he got his ass beat by Arnold Allen, so he definitely will get his ass beat by Gene Silva. Lerone Murphy fucking sucks. He's overrated as fuck. He's 35 years old. He get knocked out by Gene Silva. Aljamain Sterling, okay, that'd be a tough one. He's got good grappling. But he knocks out Aljamain Sterling too. Get the fuck out of here. Josh Emmett, all he does is just stand there and throw overhands. He spams overhand rights. What the hell is Josh Emmett going to do? All he does is get out of here. He dusts Josh Emmett, bro. I like Arnold Allen, guys, but come on. Brian Ortega. Yo. Oh, my God. Brian Ortega? Get the fuck out of here. Oh, how do you guys think a Gene Silva-Brian Ortega fight goes? Get the fuck out of here, bro. How do you get, like, honestly, really? That's like an insult to, like Yair Rodriguez. Dude, Yair Rodriguez was losing to the a washed Korean zombie. He had to get a fluke fucking elbow. Yair Rodriguez just lost to Brian Ortega. A washed 2024 version of Brian Ortega. If you're actually going to sit here and tell me he'll give Gene Silva a hard Movsar Evloev, he's a split decision merchant. He's a bum. No, I mean, he's good, Maybe he'll win a round or two, We'll give him a round. No, he's good. Yeah, we'll be for real now. He's good. He's got better striking than Aljamain, so I think he'd do okay on the feet. But I just think Gene Silva is not. I think he's strong, and I don't think he's going to be held down. And yeah, I don't know. Sorry, Movsar, but yeah. Instead of, I was going to say something insane. Let's just say Movsar Evloev likes him young. Let's just say that. If you know, you know. Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva would be good, but I do think Gene Silva is more dynamic than Diego Lopez. I do think he has, I'd say, better striking. I do think he has better striking than Diego. I just think he throws more dynamicism. I don't know if that's a word. Dude, you don't see Diego Lopez throw spinning elbows and all kinds of shit. Like, Gene Silva throws all kinds of shit. He's almost low-key like the featherweight Dricus. Hear me out. I mean, you guys just saw the stats. 50% of his shots are missed. But he throws. That's the key to winning in the UFC nowadays, in my opinion, is to just throw strikes. If you try to be like Corey Sandhagen, you're going to fucking lose. You have to be a guy like a Dricus or a guy like a Gene Silva or a guy who's just going to throw. But nonetheless, Diego Lopez is good. He could pull some grappling threats. He's huge for the division, but yo, Gene Silva, bro. Come on, bro. Don't disrespect my boy Gene Silva like that, bro. His striking is better than Diego's, and I don't think he'd get submitted by Diego because Diego couldn't submit a lot of guys. He couldn't even finish Brian Ortega. Gene Silva would eat Brian Ortega's ass a lot. Hey, yo. He would. Anyways, Max Holloway's not in the division. Volkanovski. How would a Volkanovski versus Gene Silva fight go? See, this is the hardest one. So, hey, man, this is how you know Volk ain't washed. Because of all these names, he's easily the hardest one for Gene Silva. I think Volk would try to use the grappling. I think Gene Silva would be strong enough to not get held down or submitted, of course. Obviously, we saw he has 2 submission wins. So he's capable of making people tap out, Yeah. Gene Silva versus Volkanovski. What does that fight look like? Like, what does that even look like? Like, what the fuck does that even look like? You got, like, Gene Silva going, like... And he's trying to, like, high-five Volk, like, every 10 seconds. Like, yeah, just trying to dap up Volk. Which, by the way, I almost forgot to mention... We'll talk about this after, but Volkanovski, Gene Silva, I think that would be... Volk might win that. But I think Gene Silva could knock... I think Gene Silva could do good against Volk, man. I think he could really be a tough fight for Volk because he's such a weird style. And I don't think he's going to get knocked out like Yair did. I think Gene Silva could do really good against Volk, guys. I don't know. Maybe, I'm not saying I'd pick him to win, but he can make it to the title. That's kind of the whole point of this. And I think there's a chance he could be a champion. As for his clip farming, his constant clip farming, his constant emoting, I think there's a method to his madness, guys. I truly think he doesn't just do it because he's autistic. Even though I think he's autistic, he definitely is autistic. But I think he does it to get in his opponent's head. I think he does it to let their guard down. Like, oh, yeah, well, this is a fun little fight. I'm going to dap you up. The crowd's going crazy. And then he just fucking knocks you out. He gets them out of their... Bro, when you're a fighter and you're in the cage or in a boxing or whatever fight setting you're in, your goal is to kill the guy in front of you, right? Like, that's what every fighter would tell you. Oh, yeah, my goal is to get this guy out of here. Like, that's something Volk would say. When you got this guy who's just smiling across from you, kind of takes you out of your zone for a second, he knows what he's doing by doing that. because it's not a coincidence he high-fives Bagdasarian and then 10 seconds later knocks him out. He completely got him out of his element. I think there is a method to that. I truly do. I don't think he's just doing it because he's autistic, even though I think he is autistic. And as I'm literally recording this video, we're going to end it here. Wow. Like, the timing of this is absolutely beautiful. Literally, as I'm recording this video, they just announced Gene Silva is going to take on Bryce Mitchell at UFC 314, which is the card with Volkanovski, I believe. What are the chances I'm doing a Gene Silva video and then they just announce his, like, I'll probably do a whole separate video on, because they just announced a couple of fights. But yeah, bro, what the fuck? So Gene Silva's going to face Bryce Mitchell. I think it's time, brother. You're going to be seeing Hitler downstairs, brother. That's what's going on. Honestly, bro, Bryce Mitchell, Shadow Realm. I think Gene Silva's going to knock this guy out, bro. Yeah. I like Bryce Mitchell. He's cool. You know, he's an idiot, but we all kind of like him. But Lord Gene Silva, after this fight, will finally be ranked. This is like, what, number 13 ranked Bryce Mitchell? Let's go, man. As I'm recording this video, what are the chances? I'm going to upload this literally today. I don't care. I'm uploading this right now. So you guys, let me know what you guys think of Gene Silva. I believe this guy will be a champion. It starts with Bryce Mitchell, I guess. We'll end it there. See you guys next time. Wow. Peace.